My first question was, well, I'm going to be questioning you about, how you felt when you had to immigrate.
Yeah.
So, my first question is, how did you feel? Were you scared? Or, were you worried?
Well, so I'll start by saying that when Hitler came to Vienna, I was 10 years old. So I'm going to give you these answers in the framework of a 10-year-old, okay?
Okay.
So when you say, was I scared? My family, that is my mother, father, sister, and I, we were 4 of us. We realized that we had to get out of Vienna when Hitler came into Vienna because things got very bad for the Jews. So we, as a family, that is to say my father and my mother, made the decision that we need to leave. And so I was 10 years old, and I was pretty naive. I was pretty immature at 10 at that time. And I was scared, and I didn't ask many questions. I was very obedient.
That makes sense.
And I followed all the directives that were given to me. And so when they packed everything up to leave, I was told to pack up stuff and get ready to leave. And so I didn't know where we were going, what we were doing, and what life would be like, but I cooperated completely, and my family, my mother and father, seemed very worried and concerned, and so I picked up this anxiety from them.
Okay. Next.
Am I going too fast, Aaron?
No, not at all.
Okay.
Did you have to be hidden, when you were did you have to go across to get to, the ocean? Did you have to go through other countries?
Yes. So, on the given day that we left, we went by train from Austria through Germany. We had to pass the German border, and then from Germany into Holland. And Holland at the time was not occupied yet. So after we got through the passport inspection in Germany, everybody relaxed a little bit because at that time Holland was still free. And we were going to catch the ship in Amsterdam, Holland, to go across the ocean. So that was what that was like.
What was the ship's name?
The ship was called Simon Bolivar. Simon, S-I-M-O-N, Bolivar, B-O-L-I-V-A-R.
That's a really cool name.
Well, Simon Bolivar was a liberator in the Spanish world. He was very famous, and so the ship was named after him. It was a very large ocean liner.
Ah.
And we boarded the ship in Amsterdam.
Did you have to leave any of your family? Did you have to leave any of your friends?
Well, my immediate family, mother, father, sister, and I, we were intact as a family unit. My aunts and uncles had actually preceded us. So they all were in the same place, which is Trinidad. I guess you'll come to that in a minute. The answer is yes, I had to leave my friends. I had to leave everyone. But we did leave as a family unit, you know. We were together, the four of us.
You didn't lose any of your family during it?
The nuclear family, the immediate family was all together.
How else did it affect you?
Well, what happened to me was two major things. One was we went to a place that was a British colony and they spoke English. And I did not know a word of English. That was very difficult for us. Nobody knew any English. And the other thing was that Trinidad was basically a black community, and I had never seen a black human being in my life. So it was a culture shock and a language challenge. It was also, Trinidad is virtually on the equator. It was also extremely hot climate, which was for us a...
It's on mute.
So it was tropical.
Okay.
Tropical
Yeah, I'm
climate,
just gonna let that.
English language.
What was it like? Did you get any newspapers? Did you watch anything about World War, like Pearl Harbor?
Well, you see, I was between 10 and 12 years old, so I was not very savvy personally, but my parents kept up with the war through their means. So this was not a television era yet, so I guess it was newspaper and radio mainly to get news about the war.
Did any of your family go into war?
No.
Yeah, that's good. It would have been devastating to have family go into war.
Well, there was nobody in my immediate family who was of the age of draft or soldier age.
Oh, at that time you had to be a certain age?
Well,
Excuse
18.
me?
Like, were they over the age or too young?
Oh.
Well, it was both. It was too young and too old, but nobody was, it did not affect us about going into the military.
I just didn't know you could be too old for war.
Mm-hmm. There is an age.
That's cool.
But what about, but later on, John went into the war.
Well, he didn't ask me anything about my life when I was grown up.
Okay,
He
okay.
was concentrating
Exactly.
on my life as an immigrant.
Right.
That's the interesting part of this story.
Exactly.
That he's trying to get at.
Right.
I'm assuming. Am I right, Aaron?
Yes, that is exactly correct.
Okay.
How long was, like, do you remember how long the boat ride was?
Yes. The boat ride from Amsterdam to Trinidad. So I'm not exactly sure, but I am tempted to say something like 10 days or so. Possibly 2 weeks. But I do remember the boat ride from Trinidad to America, and that was 2 weeks. I don't know if you want to know about that. You know, after 2 years, we left Trinidad to come to America, and that was on a banana boat, and that took 2 weeks. Very, very slow from Trinidad to New York Harbor.
Okay. I've heard that, like, sometimes they wouldn't let you through if you messed up the questions, that the people who were giving you your American citizenship, was your family worried about that?
The citizenship of America, is that what you're asking?
Yeah, I've heard, like, they had asked you questions, and if you got them wrong.
Well, you see, because I was a minor,
Mm-hmm.
I became an automatic citizen when my parents became citizens. So I then, on my own, wanted my own citizenship paper, and I applied for that when I was already married. So I had my own citizenship paper. So your question is no, it did not. It did not really. We were not challenged in that way. My parents, you have to live in America for 5 years to be eligible to become a citizen. And my parents studied for the examination to become a citizen. They studied, and then they went and took the test, and they passed. And by their passing, my sister and I became automatic citizens. So that did not apply to us.
Oh. So, that's... How many questions was that?
That's a lot. You got about 6
Se-
questions, 6, 7 questions.
Well, that's it. Thanks so much.
Erin, you're doing a great job, and this is an era that not much is known about, and I'm very happy to provide this information for you. I hope that you write this up and that it is well received and that you get an A.
Thank you. I'll call you when
How old are you, Erin?
I'm 11.
Okay, so you're exactly the age that I was during my immigration years, except you are far, far advanced from where I was at that time, because the European culture where I grew up was very different and did not encourage young people like you and Rachel to become well-informed people early. So I actually, as I look back, I knew nothing about anything. So we got caught in this time of history where we had to immigrate, and we were busy trying to survive. You know, my father tried to make a living, and we were busy in school trying to learn English. So we were busy with the everyday stuff, but we didn't have the opportunities that you and Rachel have to become mature already at your age. So you two are really very mature for in comparison to what I was like at the same age.
Okay. Thank you very much. I'll call you as soon as I get the grade.
Yes, it's my pleasure. Keep me posted.
I will.
Good luck, Erin.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for your
Say hello
time.
to Rachel for me, please.
I will. Thank you so much for your time.
Okay, bye-bye.
Have a good day.
Thank you.
Bye.